Muskegon has so much rich history and a number of different ways to experience and explore it. The Hackley and Hume historic sites are part of the Lakeshore Museum Center. The Queen Anne Victorian homes show what life was like in both the 1800s and the 1920s, and there are always special events for the whole family to enjoy. We've got Erin Schmitz here. She's the Historic Sites Director. Erin, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here this morning.
Wonderful. So talk about all of the different things that people can experience as a whole for the Lakeshore Museum Center, because there's so much.
There is so much to do all year round. So there's things for families, there's things for adults, there's specialty programs that happen all throughout the year, and we're so excited to launch into our next touring season at the historic sites.
Yeah, so the homes officially open May 1st.
That's correct.
But you got some kickoff stuff coming up end of this month.
We do, yeah, the last two Fridays of this month. The first is on the 18th of April. We have our all access tour, and that's a really special tour because that takes you behind the scenes into both houses. You get to see attics and basements and closets and spaces that you don't typically get to see on our classic tour.
Okay.
Yeah, then on April 25th, we have a flashlight tour. So that one is held from 8 to 9, so it's still getting a little bit dark then.
Yeah.
And you can take your flashlights. There are no lights on either house, and you go all the way through. And so it's sort of curated based on what the visitor sees and what their flashlight is pointing on. We'll talk about those topics and kind of also give you some sneak behind the scenes of people that passed in the house and kind of those more creepy things.
I was going to say a little spooky.
A little spooky, yeah.
Okay, but still family friendly.
Oh, absolutely,
okay,
yes.
Perfect.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, and talk a little bit more about those homes and what because there are two specific time periods and what people will experience when they come and just take a general tour.
Sure. So both of the houses were actually built from 1887 through 1889 by Charles Hackley and Thomas Hume, and they were lumber barons and business partners. They did a lot of philanthropy and good in our community, and the reason why we're still here today, and that spirit of philanthropy still lives on in the Muskegon area. But when visitors come to visit, they take a 1-hour tour of both houses, and the Hackley house is set up for the Victorian era and that really late Victorian era period, and then the Thomas Hume's house is set more in the 1920s. So you can really see they were both built at the same time, but they're really, you can have that comparative experience and what style looked like from 1890 to 1920.
Wonderful. I mean, so cool. And you guys are already selling out for different events during the season. Let's talk about that, because if people want to get involved, they're going to have to jump on some of these.
You have to get involved quickly because space is limited. They're historic house museums, and so some of the rooms are kind of tight. And we want to make sure everybody gets that same immersive experience and not overcrowded. But the tickets do go fast. We are already selling out of some of our programs that happen this year. However, if you look at our programs and you see that one of our programs is sold out, we actually have a tours by appointment program now. So if you see one of our programs and it is sold out, you can actually call our offices and we will get you signed up with a group of friends, and we can do that all throughout the year.
I love that. What a great idea to get some friends together for something like that.
Yeah, and when something sells out or if it doesn't fit your schedule, what we already have on the docket for the season, it's a really nice way to still be able to, connect with your friends or family, bring them to the historic sites, get that immersive experience, and experience the historic sites in a whole new light.
I love that. Anything else you think people need to know before they start planning their trip?
Well, we do have a roofing project that's underway at the Hume House and the City Barn, so that will be happening. So it's going to be really fun to see. It shouldn't interrupt tours at all. So we're ready to go May 1st. We're so excited to welcome visitors back in the doors.
Wonderful. But if you want to get in early, got 2 opportunities to do that. If you, the faint of heart, you can bring your flashlight and brave the nighttime tour, or get the all access tour. Both of those, $20 a person. A little bit less if you are a member, happening April 18th at 7 p.m. and then April 25th at 8 p.m. But of course, if you want to see all of the different things happening all season long, lakeshoremuseum.org. Make sure you get those tickets before they sell out. We'll be right back.